You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 272.
272 in honor of Cinco de Mayo. I'm Rojo Ralph this week.
Roll around. That's funny.
Awesome.
New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On X, I'm JON, 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Round of applause.
Yes, we are.
Ralph, my guy. I know you had a very busy weekend, but how are you feeling, man?
Relieved.
Yep.
Relieved. Shout out to the greatest fraternity in the world, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and the talented 10th District, and I am a part of the New Kai chapter in East St. Louis, Illinois. We have just won large chapter of the year for 24-25.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Hold on.
Round of applause.
Oh,
good. No.
What? No, ain't no good. Man, listen.
Ain't no applause. Just gunshots. Yeah. All right. Say
cool.
that.
All right. I had to get that out. No, hey, man, a lot of that comes from the hard work that I've participated in, and definitely that we've curated. So, shout out to the brothers that came in good, in town for the weekend. Definitely had our convention in St. Louis because we ain't having it
in Belleville.
In Casino Queen,
right?
Shit. So, no, we had a good time, man. Just hosting, entertaining brothers. Handling the business of Omega, and then have a little fun too. So, the city was ours for at least 3 days now.
Back to normal.
Yeah, they can have him back, but I'm tired as hell, bro. I'm exhausted, man. Johnnie was my therapist for a little minute. I ain't been to my therapist in a minute, so he just sat down and listened to me. That's all I needed.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Listen, I'm here for whenever my needs.
Was tired. Bro, I'm so exhausted. I don't even know why I'm here. And Johnnie always hit me, especially when we know. Especially this is the one thing I love about our relationship, when we know we got some stuff going on, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. Just as far as how do you feel? If I ain't up for it, we ain't got to do it.
Hey man, look, I'm always here for if we need to pivot, if we need to make an adjustment, let's make it happen. Because I understand life, I understand how things work out, I understand things may not go how you want it, or they may go too good. You need to recover. I'm with whatever. I am adjustable.
But what's so crazy? This is part of the recovery for me. I feel that because this never feels like work.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get here. We got to research. We got to do all these things that go behind the scenes of it. But no, this never feels like work.
That's what's up.
So
love it, man.
I'm here, bro. So what about you? So what about you, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day, so I hit up a couple comic book shops. Even found a black owned one out here in Florissant.
Oh, that's what's up.
It was dope, man. So got a stack of free comics. Even kind of went overboard in buying comics as well, so got a lot to go through, but I'm very happy about that. And then went to see Thunderbolts yesterday. We can get into that later, but yeah, man.
Let me ask you about those comic books. Are they new stuff? Are they new? Are they old? Are they new stories? What's the deal with them?
So the free comic books that pretty much every comic book shop in the country had, there are a lot of original. Some are original stories specifically for comic book day, where you may have your Supermans or Fantastic Fours, but they're also indie published comics, but then also mashups. There was there was a Powerpuff Girl and Power Ranger. Not was it Power Ranger? Powerpuff Girl and Power Ranger mashup. Like it's other mashups as well, right?
Okay.
So you'll get those one-off stories for Free Comic Book Day as well. So it's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
But then they have different levels too. You got kids books, teenage books, and adult book, like adult themed books as well. So
Gotcha.
some based off Street Fighter, some based off video games like Diablo. You get a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yep. And then on top of that, a lot of comic book shops have like sales on graphic novels, or they'll have a bin that has like $1 or $2 comics and things like back issue comics, things like that. So a little bit of everything for everybody to enjoy.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. Simple question.
Yep.
I want to get into this bag. Who is more famous, a pop star or action film star? And we have to take the king of everybody off, Michael Jackson. So we go take that off, right?
Okay. Okay.
So who is more famous?
Damn.
The most famous action star or the most famous pop star? And I'm going to use two examples. I mean, these may not be the best, but I'm going to try, right? Let's say if we talk about Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who is a global superstar when it comes to action films, right?
Right.
Because it's proven that his movies make money overseas.
For sure.
And then maybe like a Bad Bunny. Somebody that's a world-renowned, whatever genre of music he makes. I don't know. Is it reggaeton? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Spanish.
But I'm just saying, like, who's more famous than, like, because I'm just making arguments for both in my mind. Pop stars or popular music stars who have music that kind of transcends genre and spaces and age and all that, those barriers of us, right? And then you have action film stars where everybody kind of gets your eye. Like, I think everybody kind of sees a film. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Damn, that's a good question. So I'm not really sure what angles to look at this from, because I guess my question to this would be, which star would have more reach? And off the top of my head, I want to go music, just because, again, like we've been discussing the last few weeks, music is the universal language. So I feel like music has the potential to reach more parts than movies do, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you can hear music just about anywhere, but you can't necessarily see film just about anywhere. Even though you can access both on your phone. Right?
I was about to go.
But I feel like the music may be more easily accessible. So I might have to go pop star here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just say, for the sake of living in this 21st world century where we have so much access to technology, I'm going to lean to the action star, because I think everybody can and will see an action film at some conjuncture, right? And then I think films, not for the most part. No, I think films do have a tendency to outlive most pop music. It's certain outliers that have, certain people that make timeless pop music. Right. But, I'm saying, ain't too many people running back, certain people's catalogs. You know what I'm saying? Just, I feel like you can always watch a Terminator or an Avengers, or, some type of film like that, a global blockbuster film.
And you don't think you could do the same with, let's just say, a timeless pop song? You don't think you could do the same? Yeah,
with a song. Yeah. I don't know. I think because I'm leaning on the visual aspect. That's why I'll keep, like, because music, you have music videos which enhance music, right?
Of course.
But movies are always visual. And I feel like you may not have, it's something about seeing it, I think. But I don't know. That's the hill I'm dying on. Right. that's all I got.
I don't know, man. First of all, that's a really good question, and not something I've put thought to. Yeah. But I'm still leaning toward the pop star more, because I feel like, I understand the visual aspect. Yeah, and I get it.
I think that's what I'm leaning on, because I'm thinking about current conjunctures of how blockbuster movies are made, right? Especially when, like, you got countries like China that don't let certain films in. So you know how big your movie got to be for the Chinese government to let the gate up. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it's the same. Well, I kind of feel like it's the same with music, but it can't be, because I feel like popular music will penetrate any any country, anywhere ever.
And I feel like, and the reason why I'm still leaning to my action star stance is because current conjuncture of action star is watching what current conjuncture of pop star is. You know what I'm saying?
No. So that's facts. But I think that's because of the state of music today. Like the state of music is completely different from when we were growing up.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too in a minute. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. But I'm trust me. I'm just leaning on action star because I'm thinking about how many movies have made $1 billion, right? In the past 10 years.
Right.
And that's why I think what even kind of started this argument in my head. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept because action stars are used to market certain things like the Tom Cruises, the Dwayne Johnsons, whoever's starring in the fucking Avengers film, hell, Black Panther, a properly marketed superhero film can get across the globe. But I mean, music does have the aspect of just being music. Hey, music can always be, used. But I'm using the fact that I got $1 billion, a whole bunch of $1 billion movies over here. That's what I'm standing on, the money.
Yeah. And then honestly, with music can catch fire at any time. So something that might have dropped, let's just say 5-10 years ago, could pick up now, especially with social media and things like that, and then just start going crazy. So
I don't know.
I feel like there's no wrong answer.
It really is.
There's no wrong answer. So here we go. All right. So for my off the dome, let's have some fun, right?
Yes, sir.
So today apparently is the Met Gala. I never know when these things happen because of the timeline.
Until you check it.
It's there. It's there. But I saw this this image on social media and I pulled it down. I just want to ask you your off the dome here. So you're invited to the Met Gala. You get to choose your seat. I'm going to give you 2 tables of individuals, and I want you to tell me which table you're going to sit at.
Okay.
Table 1 is Ryan Coogler, Zendaya, and Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Table 2, you have A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, and Juvenile.
Man, that's
I know, so random. Now, out of these 2 tables, which table would you decide to sit at if you were invited to the Met Gala?
I'm sitting at the third table. I don't want to.
You gonna make your own table?
Yeah. Make my own table.
Okay.
Nah.
I'm gonna add. So wait. So you can't choose between those 2, right?
I really can't.
Okay. I'm gonna add a third one.
Okay.
And then let's see if
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So third table. It's Kendrick Lamar. What's my man's name that played Preacher Boy in Sinners? Him. I don't know his real name.
Miles. No. Preacher Boy. No, that's Miles.
Yeah.
Miles.
So Miles and Beyonce. Now I know it's different if I say Jay-Z instead, but
yeah, no, I probably. I'm gonna talk to Jay-Z so I get my $100,000. Like,
man, what? Right? You get the dinner and the money. That's crazy.
I think I would rather sit at the table with Juvenile, Riri, and A$AP.
Okay.
A$AP is probably the most least interesting to me, but I think he'll still be a good person to talk to.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
Juvenile go feel like the big bro type. You know what I'm saying? And Rihanna is Rihanna.
It's Rihanna. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I think that's the table. I think I'm more like I think I can find everything there.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
So surprise. I think I'm going with table 1, right?
Yeah.
So Ryan Coogler, I think, is one of the bright stars as far as like entertainment and directing, all of that goes.
Yeah.
And this is even before like Black Panther, right? Because he's been on an insane run in his film directorial.
Look at me.
I know. Hey, look. We here, baby.
No,
we here, baby. Hey, look. Hey, I understand. I accept my flaws, baby. I accept my flaws. Okay.
I don't accept mine. I'll be over here hurting. I'll be over here hurting when I don't say a word, right?
And that's okay. All right. But no. Ryan Coogler has been on the fire run. Let's just say that.
For sure.
And the fact that he's been able to. He hasn't had to like code switch or do anything outside of who he is as a person even though he's worked with, studios like Disney and Marvel and has done his independent thing, like he's done so much with his career so far, I would love to just have a conversation with him just to get to know him more versus, about how he has navigated all of these things, right?
Yeah, I don't trust him though.
You don't? Oh, word?
No, you gotta cut that mustache off.
We got
that shit. You gotta cut that shit off, bro.
Hey, I'd rather him have that than no facial hair. I don't trust nobody with no facial hair. I can't do it.
That mustache is like Mark Furman. Like it's definitely racist cop mustache. Like that's crazy. Like I'm good on that, bro. And it's like it seems so funny coming out like a face like his because you hear that Oakland accent. It's like it's bothering me, bro. My bad.
The mustache
with the accent is crazy.
Causes the accent. If he cut it, then he gonna talk like a regular person. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then Zendaya, right? Honestly, kind of the same thing. Like she's been one of the few child stars that has been able to transition to Hollywood superstar, basically.
Yeah.
And then honestly, after seeing like some clips the last few months, she just one of us for real.
She from Oakland.
That's what. So like,
did you see the video when she took Tom Holland?
Man, what?
She took Tom Holland to the trap.
Bro, first of all, I never knew that I would see Zendaya so comfortable around the trap like that. I didn't.
But then again,
I didn't. Hey,
it's like you don't.
I wasn't familiar with her game.
Yeah. You don't put two and two together. No, she is from Oakland.
She's that. She's that,
yes.
right? And then Tyler the Creator, man, one of my favorite artists. Current, past, whatever, like just one of my favorite artists in general. So being able just to talk music with him, not even talk his music, but just music in general, because he is a student of music, period, right?
Yeah,
I would love that. So definitely gotta go with Tape Away.
No, I like that, man. But no, that was off the dome, people, man. Who's the bigger person? Like, I guess a pop star or action star? Let us know.
Yeah, man. And if you were invited to the Met Gala, what table you sitting at? Let us know.
OS gang, family, and kinfolk, what's happening?
We here.
We got a few topics here on the OS news docket for this week. Let's start here first. Let's get it out the way. Hold on.
Hit it.
Hold on.
Hit it.
The greatest hip hop duo of all time, OutKast, will be inducted into the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Johnnie. They lead a star-studded cast, if you want to call it star-studded. They leave a star-studded lineup of people getting inducted. But Johnnie, what do you think about OutKast getting their flowers?
Absolutely fire. They're deserving. They need to get all their flowers, all the accolades. I think we as a hip hop community, we do that already, but even more so, like. I imagine this is like first ballot for them, right? Like it got to be.
Well, usually it's, what is it, 30 years after your first?
25.
Oh, 25. Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Gotta be first. Like I love everything about this.
Yeah.
Usually, so like we usually talk about the nominees or the inductees before the actual ceremony.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the times I may actually want to watch the ceremony, because I never really catch it real time.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them, who presents them, their acceptance speech. Like I want to see the whole thing, because this is one of the groups that we literally like grew up on with their music. So seeing them from, let's just say, the start of their career, seeing the heights of their success, the lasting the lasting impact that they've had on hip hop, both as a group and individually. To see them get these types of flowers, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can't say congratulations enough. Like I feel like that's not even the appropriate word to say. Whatever's past congratulations, like it's that dope. It's that dope.
Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to Andre 3000, the big boy, man. Definitely, two hip hop icons that we were raised on that, definitely put, Atlanta on the map. The South got something to say. I always love it. And I'm a Midwest boy, but it's just something about hearing those words that kind of open the floodgates for other people. I think that's why I stand behind those sentiments so much. But I'm so happy that hip hop was getting its flowers and everything. I'm just, I'm elated, what I'm saying? OutKast has a great 3-album run, even though I think they got 5 together. Maybe 6. But either way, I mean, getting a best album Grammy, what I'm saying, for Love Below and Speaker Box.
For sure,
I'm
man.
just
That was
I
dope,
don't know what else to say, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm winning it too. I'm a little emotional right now. Like I'm saying, like it's different right now for this.
But I absolutely understand. Again, like we're getting to the point where, you know, with us being the age that we are, seeing entertainers, musical acts that we literally grew up on that has such a big piece of who we are, honestly, as people. Like the music has been such, again, like a soundtrack to our lives for certain periods. So to see something like this for OutKast is amazing. It's like you said, it's almost like we getting it too. Like we here, baby. Like I remember rushing home to watch 106 in Park to watch OutKast videos. I remember getting the Speaker Box Love Below album, popping Speaker Box in, hearing that intro to beat, and then popping in. Like I remember these times. So the fact that these memories are so in the forefront of my brain, and then to see, you know, them being able to just bask in their own success, man. It's like it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it, man.
Let me ask you this: what's the over under on Andre 3000 actually showing up?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. He might video in. He might FaceTime in. Like,
thank you guys. Like, oh god,
he might legit send in a video message saying, you know, thank you and all that. Like
that is crazy.
Which is insane, because I won't even be mad at it. The fact that he would show his likeness there in itself is like I'm happy about that.
It's on brand. Like it's like I don't think he gonna show up, man. 3000. It's gonna be Big Boy and Sleepy Brown. Like they come up there and get that damn trophy, man. Get that damn plaque, whatever they give him.
Now, what's the over under on like the whole Dungeon family showing up? That would be fire.
Now this is the thing. Now they came together for who passed recently. Rico Love.
Yeah.
They came together for when Rico passed. Everybody went to the dungeon to take them pictures. I love that. That was big. That was big community right there. But if you get everybody from OutKast to Dungeon Fam to Killer Mike, I am that. Now that would make me cry. Even bring out Cool Breeze, nigga. I ain't seen Cool Breeze since '99. That's my shit. Watch for the hook. All right, cool. But it's like, but no, it's I don't know, man. I would love that. I would actually love for them to do a tour, but that's, you know, maybe that's a little
no.
You don't want to
No. I would love it. I just don't think it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I know the jokes will fly, but I think there is a part of me that does believe that Andre 3000 will show up. I feel like this is too big of a thing for him not to. You know?
Yeah.
And then to see again, we haven't seen, at least I haven't seen them together since they went on that festival tour together. When that was years ago. Yeah,
years ago at this point.
So that, I mean, it'll be dope, man.
Now we getting to the point, bro. We gotta have an open, honest conversation. Not about OutKast, because
no,
I'm not. No, it's not that. When I say the open, honest conversation, it's just I think we're running out of niggas again. Because when you look, because listen, I don't know if you guys caught my sarcasm when I said star-studded lineup, but Cyndi Lauper is on here. Now maybe I'm too young to understand why Cyndi Lauper is on here, because to me she looks like she was like a CC copy of Madonna, and she only got one song.
Yeah,
girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Now that bitch done been remixed, exploited, interpolated, whatever word we got, sampled everywhere. So is that how she got in?
I mean,
because usually, listen, I may not know a lot of Madonna songs.
Yeah,
but I know Madonna was that bitch.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta debate that.
Yeah.
But Cyndi Lauper got one.
My thing is this.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding the criteria of the 25 years. We are well beyond that with Cyndi.
That's how I know.
So that's
that I was about to say. Come on now, come back with me. Rerunning out of niggas.
So okay. Now we were going to get to this, but is that the same with Salt and Pepper? Because Salt and Pepper also has been inducted.
Well, Salt and Pepper. Oh no! Oh damn! Shout out to Salt and Pepper. Now, Salt and Pepper is a female running DMC.
Well, true. True.
That's nah. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, you ain't doing. Okay.
Nah, I can't let them ride.
Because Salt and Pepper, like we talk about OutKast and their impact on hip hop, absolutely, of course. But for what Salt and Pepper did for women in hip hop, period, like they deserve to be in strictly off that. Not to mention their musical career as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
No, they were clearly the female counterpart of Run DMC. Like same setup. Like the only thing is they just danced. Like they had choreography with their shit.
True.
But no, shout out to the 2025 class. I see Soundgarden on here. I'm probably gonna run Black Hole Sun sometime this week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what I got. But what I'm gathering is we're starting to run out of people to put in here. Because rock and roll as a specific genre by itself is damn near on life support. You know what I'm saying? Because these are pop stars. Soundgarden is a metal, like a alternative rock metal band from my understanding of it. But OutKast is the one driving the headline of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's purely hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when do we go get to a point where, and I always say this, you can look at the current landscape of music, because we talked about it in Off the Dome and how music is kind of weak.
Yeah.
So it's like, are we waiting for Drake? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who else? Like, who else is gonna be there? Like Drake, Chris Brown. All right, cool. Then Trey Songz getting in after 30 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some weird stuff.
It's true, but I mean, that does speak to the state of music.
Yes.
But then also because, well, at least for me, I'm not as well versed in other genres. Like it could be somebody that's like,
well, it's like
Drake-esque in country or heavy metal. Like, I don't know.
I hear about Camila Cabello. I mean, she tough out here. I don't know. Like, but it's like, am I gonna hear about her in 20 years to be on one of these?
Maybe not 20, maybe 40. Like, give it a Cyndi Lauper treatment.
Right,
I don't know.
Natasha Bedingfield gonna get in next year. Like, it's gonna be something like that. We go like, like Vanessa Carlton. She gonna get in. Watch.
Dang.
I bet much. If Cyndi Lauper gets in, I better give Vanessa Carlton when it's that time.
I mean,
and I need you. Yeah. I'm saying, listen, you better, goddamn.
Yeah. All right. All right. Look, I have no quarrels.
All right. Let's try this out, man. We ain't had a little album view in a while, man. Let's try to get into the ebbs and flows of this one. Wiz Khalifa, Bike. Kush and Orange Juice 2, the follow-up to damn near his magnum opus, which was a mixtape. This is actually an album. So Johnnie, came out a few weeks ago. I haven't really been seeing too many people talk about this, like as a big, project to discuss.
Yeah.
But what did you take away from this one?
So first of all, let me just say, fire album. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like Wiz has always been one of those people that didn't really need a lot of marketing when it comes to like rollouts and things like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this was coming out. I think I might have heard it on another podcast or something. And then I seen on Apple Music you listen to it. So I was like, let me just download it and see if I can, when I can get to it, I'll get to it. Because again, I didn't know this was coming out. But oh boy, when I turned it on, and I say ride. Listen, I've never been the one for like weed or stoner music or anything like that. But I feel like this is that for sure. But elevated, what?
Yeah. You said it. You hit it right on the head.
I love it. Yeah. I love it, and I don't even need to be how to listen to it. That's the thing. That's the thing. It just sounds good. The production sounds good. I think Wiz sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I think the features were great. Everything about this was great.
Yeah.
Everything about this
is
great.
A very, very good project
for sure.
It's like I have favorite songs, but I like just listening to it. I just hit play. Like, it's one of those types, right? Because I mean, I know, players, pimps, and the hustlers. Like, I know that, but I don't go to just play it. You know what I'm saying? I just like it. This is one of those albums. I feel personally it's just like one of those albums that's kind of play through because it's so cohesive. And it's not, I guess that's the idea when you make a cohesive album. But I really enjoy it. I'm just not gonna sit here. Like, I'm not trying to be prisoner of the moment but I've been sitting on it for about 3 weeks at this point.
Right.
And it was like sunny outside.
Yeah, see, look, hey, it plays a factor.
Like,
it does.
Because I mean, some of the instrumentation and the beats and things like that definitely are West Coast-esque, even though Wiz is from Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay, yep.
So I'm so happy to hear Wiz back in this bad because when he made that damn Coming Home song for Fast and the Furious, he left us alone.
Wiz got to a point where his crossover appeal was way more than just hip hop. And I think that's where, you know,
and I get it, right? I trust me, I understand.
Yeah,
but it felt like he went back to what he was. Like it's like he came back here, and it's a lot of good lyrics in here. Like I know he's talking about a lot of family. I know I heard it like Sebastian, you know, his son's name in there a few times. Just the things that he was dealing with. I was like, oh no, Wiz. Like I was like, I haven't heard this in damn near since the blog era. Right. And that's what it was so reminiscent of.
Absolutely.
So it's like Wiz ain't been like this in damn near 10 years. Well, shit, 10 years, he was probably at the height of the Fast and Furious shit. Like it was somewhere in that space.
Yeah.
So maybe 15 at this point. Yeah, damn. Yeah, it's 2025.
Hey, that's where we at, man. Hey, that's where we at with it. That's crazy. It's crazy because I feel like everything we do and say, the things that we talking about different eras of music, different eras in entertainment, it always puts into perspective where we are in age currently.
Yeah,
always, which is crazy. But again, Wiz is around our age, right?
Yeah.
So this again, it feels nostalgic to hear him rapping like this on new music.
Yeah,
but sounded like back then, but like it feels good. And the fact that he's able to continue to even be like this, because you know, as people evolve, you know, they try new things, it's cool. But to get back to the roots, if you will, like it feels great.
Well, let me ask you this: now that we giving this a lot of praise, you have to find some level of criticism in there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, so what do you think is like maybe a low point or maybe a criticism that you do have about the album?
So, yes, can I play this entire album from track 1 to track what is like 20 something?
Yeah.
Yes, but I will say everything past track, I would say maybe 11 or 12. If you cut the latter half of the album off, this is an instant classic.
Okay.
I'm talking literally from first listen.
Okay.
This is an instant classic.
I'm actually rolling with that because remember we had the conversation off mic. I was like, man, here Johnnie go get hating. You know, I was like, here we go. I was like, here you go. I was like, here you go, hey. And I told him that. He's like, man, you gotta do it. I was like, here you go. But I mean, I actually agree with that criticism. I was like, if anything, it's too much music.
Yeah, yes.
It's too much music. But it's working. It does work. And he honestly should have Justin Timberlake 2020 this experience. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The latter half could have been a deluxe in like 3 months.
I promise you.
And been cool.
And listen, because even with the Max B interlude, like it's just like everything is, I guess, and maybe that's was blinding my view of what this album is, right? Because the first half is so strong.
Man, what?
It's like from the minute you cut on the intro,
literally,
you feel that, and then you go to an OT Genesis feature. It's like even with the features being, you know, very heavy, you know what I'm saying, I still feel like it's good. Absolutely. So like you say, if you get to that 12, 13 track bag, stop. Then we can run this back.
Instantly album of the year if
you cut it off.
If you don't, that second half and that third, not there.
Yeah, but would you say that even though with all that, would you still consider this a top project of the year?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Well, I guess let's get to a quick rating, man. What you got for it? Out of 5.
So I'm listen again. If that second half went here, I ain't gonna lie, this would be 4.9. 4.9. But overall, with the entire what hold on, it's 23 tracks, with 23 being a dub version of the song before. I honestly think I'm gonna go 3.7, 3.75. Definitely above mid. But again, the length kind of cheapens what it could be as a classic. So yeah.
Honestly, I know I gave it that criticism, but I'm still going for.
Yeah,
like that for,
and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Listen, when I say I fuck with this album, like it's and then man, I know we in St. Louis, and weather, the spring is really about the spring now. You know what I'm saying? We in May now. We don't got past April, so the sun about to shine, shades and sunnies all day. I'm really rolling with this. You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember the last time an album came out where you can literally just push play from track 1 and just ride.
It's been a minute.
Like
it ain't been this year.
Definitely not. And this is one of those.
Yeah.
This is absolutely one of those.
For
so
sure.
Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man.
Man, shout out to Wiz, man. But hey, man, let's try this out too. Since it's coming up the 1-year anniversary of Not Like Us, which is the proverbial nail in the coffin of the Drake Kendrick beef, we're here to go over the last year, just an analyst, just a small snapshot of things. So, Johnnie, now that we're here past this year, what's your take on things now?
I think in hindsight, I think this whole Drake and Kendrick back and forth is probably one of the greatest hip hop moments that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just say it of all time.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about the magnitude of what was, how everything really started with like that.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of came out of nowhere. Even to Drake kind of taunting Kendrick to really like come outside, and Kendrick answering.
Yeah.
And then honestly, one of the things that made it such a huge moment, honestly, is the social media around it all. Like seeing people react, seeing people talk about it. Hell, I hate to even say it, but academics, like, when he go on his lives and he's patiently waiting, like Drake is texting them, Cassinet and all them, like that I feel like that enhanced what we got.
Yeah.
I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, if you're talking about this being the greatest beef of all time, I have to agree. Us as millennials and the middle childs of hip hop trying to uphold what Biggie and Tupac was, unfortunately, they left us because of the beef.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Nas, or arguably those being most people's goats, in most conversations. But honestly, this one it was built for the time. And we keep trying to compare what J.M. Nas was, what Big and Tupac was, or whoever or even 50 and Ja Rule. They were just of the time.
Right.
And this is of this time. But just everything, like you said, encapsulates what this is. You know what I'm saying? The social media aspect. The Drake using social media and bots and stuff like that, or even Kendrick to a level using bots. Maybe even the label being somewhat involved, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it was so much bigger than the music, where other ones probably were mostly music based. The only one that everybody had a fallout. The only people that kind of really kept the music was Jay and Nas.
Right. Shit.
Big and Pac. Woo. All right. 50 Cent pretty much derailed what Ja Rule's career was. I know it's more factors to the story, but the perception was that 50 Cent ended Ja Rule alone.
Yeah.
But I think that with just what Drake and Kendrick was, like that, the level of rapping from both, you know what I'm saying? I know we get on, obviously Kendrick's side a little bit more because he won.
Right.
But with Drake and what he did on Family Matters with just rapping, I think it was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just enjoying. But if we start talking about the bars and what it was and what perceived didn't work, and what I'm saying, you tried this and it didn't look too good. Like, I say Family Matters is his best song out of it, because Push Ups was we get Taylor Made the fuck up out of here, because I ain't rocking with none of that AI shit.
Right. It's true. So you want to do a quick rundown of like the songs of said beef?
Go for it.
So first we got Like That, right? Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar.
I love it to this day. Like, to this day.
Listen. So first of all, I hate when things get spoiled by the timeline.
Yeah.
Because when the album came out, We Don't Trust You, all the features were hidden, right?
Yeah, and they made Johnnie go through a whole Future album. He wasn't going. That was by what, track 7 when Like That came out?
It's true. I think it was 6, but
either way,
man. But the whole, the album come out at midnight, so I wake up Friday morning and it's just, oh my God, Kendrick did. And I'm like, God damn it! Now I gotta go listen to Future album.
The whole album,
the whole. And I did, which again, it wasn't that bad. But Like That, just hearing the verse, which honestly, clearly Kendrick's verse was a bait. Like, in hindsight, even though the verse is fire, it was nothing but light jabs. Nothing but light jabs.
It was.
And it was like Kendrick really just putting the bait out just to see what was gonna happen. And honestly, in hindsight, I think Kendrick kind of knew what was going to happen, and he played that so well because look what came after that for Kendrick, right? Pop out concert, Super Bowl. Now he on a whole stadium tour.
Mm-hmm.
Stadium tour. So nobody's strategic like Kendrick. Nobody. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I know it's nice. Like getting back to what like that was right with the verse.
Yeah,
I think people kind of oversimplified that. Right? It's a club record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how many potent lyrical rappers, like be doing that? This shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He dissing a pop star, and essentially, you know what I'm saying? I know a few club records that got the shoot 'em up, bang bang. I see, this type of lyrics. But I was just like, well, it's a club record. Like you want it to be catchy, you want it to be kind of simple. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to get into the bad because you know what the best diss track of the whole beef was, right? That ain't getting played in nobody club. Right. This ain't getting played nowhere. I mean, when you want to play it, but it ain't getting played in no club.
Right. So, and here we are.
Yeah, right.
So next we get push-ups. We get push-ups by Drake. Now, to me, from the starting with push-ups, Drake did not take this serious. He did not take this serious.
Drive.
Right. So not only was he going at Kendrick, but he went after like a bunch of other people. He went after Ja Morant and some other people on this song, to which again, super random, completely unnecessary when you're trying to go at somebody of Kendrick's stature. Yep. Now again, Drake clearly misunderstood or misrepresented himself, or he just didn't understand what was really about to happen when it came to this.
He should have took the Jay-Z route when he made Takeover. He addressed Mob, and he addressed Nas. He said, for the rest of you niggas, you get one bar. Fuck y'all. Like that was it. Like you got to stick to that because you addressed too many people except the main character.
Look.
You should have addressed the main character. I know, but we know in that moment it was a lot of heat coming toward Drake. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't just rappers. That's what like the Ja Morant stuff.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
But again, even if Kendrick, the Like That song or that verse never happened, right? Drake is not addressing these people in song. Like he'll do a tweet, he'll post a meme, he may do a live, but he's not addressing them in the song.
Yeah.
And he should have stuck to that. Now, granted, push-ups is just okay. I do like the last 60 seconds. That's my personal favorite from this whole thing from him. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is.
It was jabs.
Yeah. So next we have the tailor-made freestyle.
No.
I think I only listened to this one time.
It missed the mark. I was pissed. Yeah. I really was like,
this was the AI voice shit, right?
Yeah, because when I came in, I was just like, no, if we accept this, we're going to allow AI into hip-hop. And that's what I was not going for. I was like, Drake, that was bad on your behalf. And now it makes Not Like Us seem like a prophetic type of thing because it was deeper than that. Because you would never play with AI. And you understanding the position that you have, and then using that, you only give the record companies that type of power to do that to our shit. And you can go back to doing whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I was never here for it. And I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas talking about. I am not rolling with that. That shit was trash.
I just thought it was a really poor attempt at a diss track. I'm just even with the whole AI shit.
I don't even care about the bars. I don't even care what he's talking about. Fuck that.
Trash. So, yep. And then next, and then at the end of that, right? That's where he was he was provoking Kendrick to come outside, right? Yeah. It was the end of that song, right?
Yep.
Got you. So next,
Euphoria.
We have the entry. The entry that is Euphoria. I don't think anybody expected a 7-minute song. I don't think everybody expected the beat switches. I don't think everybody expected it to start off the way it did, so calm, cool, and collected. Because I know the first, let's just say, minute and a half was real smooth, and in my brain, even though he was going off, I was like, hey, this ain't enough, Kendrick.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And then the beat switch.
But this is the thing though, right? I mean, you are correct.
Yeah,
you are correct. But when you run it back, it's like it don't matter. Them first 90 seconds cool then. No, because and knowing how everything has continued to happen, that little West Poetic Death Poetry Jam shit he was doing at the beginning hit just a little bit harder.
Surgical.
That's what I'm saying. It hit a little bit harder when he did it. It's like, because Drake, you made him a prophet on that. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Super pies get neutralized.
Yeah.
Only sin inside.
Yeah.
That's great. I might have to play that
like
song of the week, bro.
This is the thing, right? Forget how it's rapped. If you went, I know, and I'm never the person that tell you go read the lyrics.
You're right.
But
right.
Read them. They are bro.
It's scary.
Scathing is the word. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, listen. Euphoria was the indication of what was to come if this beef continued. Now, in the moment, we don't know. But all we know is this song is out. It's 7 minutes of heat. It's like, that's all we know at the time.
In hindsight,
boy,
that shit is like Italian motherfucking wine. Like that shit ate beautifully,
magnificently.
God, they don't charge a $3,000 a bottle for that.
Man, what?
For real?
Jesus Christ. All right. Then Kendrick comes back. 616 in LA. Now, throughout the whole beef, right? And I think I remember saying this. We got every version of Kendrick that we have had and never had at the same time, right?
Yeah.
We got the super lyric
2-3 weeks, something
right. That's the even crazier part.
Mm-hmm.
So Euphoria, we got the prophet, we got the artist that is Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
616 in LA, we got the rapper.
Yeah.
We got the rapper. Now, granted, all these songs are going at Drake hard, like super hard, and I feel like each track got more increasingly lethal, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And with 616 in LA was no different. It was more lethal than Euphoria, but it was more rap heavy, like rap heavy versus I'm just a prophet here.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we got with 616 in LA. And with that only dropped on Instagram. That wasn't on DSPs or nothing like that.
And I'll say this, that's the reason why I can't really speak too much on it. Because I heard it like, the few times on Instagram, but they never put it on DSPs. And I don't do that Instagram song shit.
I understand. I just remember
at least put it on YouTube. Something. Well, no, it is on YouTube, but I'm just saying, like, in theory, like, God damn, help me.
I know, right? But I did listen to it a couple times, and what I remember the takeaway is that he is like rapping.
Yeah.
And that's the rapping Kendrick that we've grown to know and love.
And I think maybe they didn't clear the sample because it was an Al Green sample, right?
It was.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, man. So after that, we get Drake's magnum opus in this beef.
Yeah. The best
Family Matters.
I would say the best thing about Family Matters was the damn video. I mean, listen, I told you, like, I still enjoy Family Matters as a song.
Yeah.
And I think that Drake tried to match what he did with Euphoria. I think Family Matters was the direct response to Euphoria, not 616 in LA.
Yep.
So the van, everybody, if anything, you would definitely associate that with Kendrick, the Chrysler minivan, right?
Yep.
And he smashed it. And then like the slick shit about Pharrell and the chain and they eating Chinese food. Like, it was real play. Like, the video was player. Like, I ain't no hating my bones about that one.
Yeah.
Like, Drake was there.
Now, again, the video, to me, this is me speaking. Yeah. I feel like the video enhanced what the song was, because without the video, at least that I do not like the first verse on Family Matters. First verse was not good at all. But that second verse,
he started turning up. Like, hey, the boy, if anything, all right, he might have some ghostwriters, but hey, when he started, he know how to rap by now. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
he'll get to delivering when he needs to.
That's what I'm saying. When it's 15 years in, hey, we know how to rap now. Like, so
which is
his inflection, the way he was just going in and out of pocket. Hey, Drake was rapping, bro. And then that's what the Drake bots be dying on. Like, well, Family Matters was the best diss song of the
Yeah,
cool.
But next, oh Lord have mercy,
man. It's like this could be the best one, but that's just so dark. It's like,
and that's the thing, right?
Right. Oh, Meet the Grams. My bad.
No, it's cool. After Family Matters, we get Meet the Grams.
The best counterpunch in hip hop history.
You talk about taking the air out of the room.
That's like the best, like, level of like counter writing or rebuttal in battle rap, right? Like, if a perfectly plays rebuttal will take the wind out of your sails.
Oh Oh my, and that's exactly what this was, bro. This shit was so sinister.
This was, I always like making this. I always like a movie reference, right? You and Johnny, we made this reference last week off mic. Now you remember in Blade.
Yeah.
Okay. Blade was fucking up Deep Frost. Fucking like not beat the brakes off his motherfucker. And what happened, right? He cut him, he sliced him up, but he had the blood god power at that point.
Yeah.
And he fused back together. Blade turned back around like, what? Like, that's what happened with Meet the Grams. That's what Meet the Grams was.
Listen.
Drake thought he was Blade. No.
Bro, first of all, Meet the Grams is super fire. Like the whole approach, writing letters to different people in Drake's family, and then ending with, oh my god,
bro,
dear, what?
I remember.
What? Don't ever write a letter to my son.
I think what happened, right, and this is what makes it another part of it being the best beef in hip hop, right?
Yeah,
you remember where you were when you heard at least one of these songs. But Meet the Grams, I remember. I think I was at the crib, laid down, and I played, and I was like, "Oh, dang, he got another one. Let me hear play." And the minute it comes on, I was like, and then when it was over, I remember like sitting up. I was like,
"Yeah, absolutely, bro." I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta with my fiance and her family for her family reunion.
Yeah,
in the hotel room because we had just gotten in. It was late. Because I think that Family Matters came out May 3rd. So that's when we got there. May 4th, Meet the Grams came out. And again, I remember being in a hotel room. Same thing, listened. And again, like just like you at the end, I just sat up like, did I hear that right? Because the whole time I'm like, because he said Dear Adonis, he say what's his mom? Dear his mom, Dear Sandra. Yeah. Dear then the last verse, Dear Drake. Oh my god, like that. Jesus,
I know.
Jesus. I've only listened to that song twice. I remember listening to it 2 times.
And that's all I need.
I just can't.
I'm good.
And this is on DSP.
Yeah, right. I'm like, this old morbid ass song, man. That's crazy.
Oh man. And then
the nail in the coffin.
We get
oh Jesus. They still playing it. I'm like, oh my god. Like, that has to be the most played song in 1 year. Oh man, that has to be by far, bro. Like in 1 year,
I probably contributed to like 3% of all listens. Like,
but it's like, bro, when the old heads love it, when the like everybody fucking with it. Listen, I can understand why somebody could be tired of it. I can get it now.
I get it, but
because it's like to think about Not Like Us is only a year old. It feels like 2 years.
It does.
That is crazy.
It really does. And I feel like with Not Like Us, we got introduced to a brand new Kendrick that I feel like we never really got before. And that's like the West Coast club banger Kendrick for real. That's not something we've seen from Kendrick on his own in the past.
It's been and then if he did,
it's been so long we don't remember. Right?
Yeah, very long time.
And this Kendrick, I feel like, even though clearly Not Like Us is aimed at Drake, I feel like this is also aimed at the culture, or let's just say Drake stands, because for the longest, all Drake fans were saying, don't nobody play Kendrick when we out, nobody playing Kendrick in the club, like those types of things. And now we have Not Like Us.
And then y'all playing it too much, and
of course that's what
I remember I seen a dude walking down the street in Miami, and he was like, "Hey man, why is people playing Not Like Us in their whips?" They was like, first of all, you're walking.
Facts.
let's start there. Like nobody listens to Not Like Us in Miami. I was like, well, I haven't been to Miami to really have that sentiment,
right?
But I do agree that I would prefer to hear Drake in my tropical vacation type spaces. You know what I'm saying? I'm just,
hey, and look, and that's okay.
Give me a little, Bahama Mama or something. You know what I'm saying?
But for the longest, that's the type of music that Drake makes.
That's
what he makes.
He makes catchy, trendy, in the moment type of feel good music.
Yeah.
And that's not all the time, but you can make that point though. It's very much there.
For sure. We all know what Not Like Us did.
Yep.
It's still doing it. It's a whole year. It's a whole year later.
Still doing it.
We here.
365 later.
It's so insane. It's so insane.
Johnny, let's go get to a blurred topic, blurred segment.
Let's do it.
Since I have been incapacitated, at least with my fraternal obligations. I was not able to see the latest entry into the MCU, which is the Thunderbolts.
Yes, sir.
Johnnie will give his spoiler-free review, so you don't have to skip this because I haven't even listened to any reviews actually. So this will be my first time actually hearing anything, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent about the film, and will be from a very, very trusted, verified source. Yeah. So Johnnie, what do you have to say about the Thunderbolts?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real short and sweet.
Okay.
First of all, the movie was great.
Okay.
It was a really good movie. And I feel like we haven't really gotten an MCU movie in a while that's very character centric. Now, each of the,
if you can,
the plot of the film is centered around each of the characters, like their backstories, the things that they grieve, the things that they go through.
Okay.
And pushing that further, the film is very emotionally heavy. There's a lot of themes of grief and depression throughout this entire movie. Very, very emotionally heavy.
I'm gonna let you cook.
Now, I was not expecting that. I was expecting, look, these are all like the anti-hero villain type. I'm thinking we about to see action left and right. Not a whole lot of action in this film.
Okay.
A lot of dialogue, great dialogue, might I add. But again, the movie is very character centric. So we get a lot of monologues and dynamics between different characters that have gone through traumatic experiences in the MCU. And I'm not talking about Thor when he lost his mom on Asgard. I'm talking about grounded characters like Yelena, grounded characters like Ghost, grounded characters like US Agent. They have been through real life things and they are suffering from the grief of said things in this film while coming together to stop a threat.
Okay. You know what this sounds like?
Yes, sir.
And obviously I haven't seen it, so I'm just, kind of, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I don't want to go into the movie theater because I am going to see this with these preconceived notions. It does sound like an amalgamation of Guardians and at least what the Avengers went through in Age of Ultron.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I did walk out of the film saying this is literally an Earth-based Guardians film. This is an Earth-based Guardians film, is what I said to myself.
It had to cook with that because these are characters we really don't give a fuck.
Man, what?
Not a man. Listen.
And that was the other thing. Characters that we've mainly seen either in Disney Plus shows or as villains that weren't really that great of villains in their own movies.
Yeah.
Come together and do such a great job as a cast themselves, as the focal points themselves. I think they like being introduced to US Agent and Falcon and Winter Soldier, how many of years ago? You're introduced to him as somewhat of a villain or anti-hero in a TV show. But to see that character translate to film, I thought was done great. It was done great.
Well, let me ask you this. And now, now we gotta kind of get away from it. Yeah. I got real questions. So what about, I think I'm most intrigued about what they did with Ghost's character. Because she was in one of the lesser films in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like a mid film, watchable, enjoyable, I guess, but it's still mid, right? Yeah. Because her level of villainy was just more so her being used and abused in a sense.
Which goes back to grief and trauma.
Okay.
So they play into that a lot, again, with all the characters.
Okay. All the characters. She was just being used and it really wasn't, most of them were, but it's just being used, and I think she was underutilized. I'm not sure what her comic book counterpart or source material looks like, but I was just like, this movie ain't it. Like it was really about building that damn quantum tunnel and building up Avengers Endgame. That's really what the movie was setting up.
Yep. Now, I think some people could say this movie is just setting up the Thunderbolts as a team to be in Avengers Doomsday. Okay. I mean, you could say that. But this really is a good self-contained film.
Okay.
It really like, again, I didn't expect for it to be as emotionally heavy, but still a great film that's character driven. Okay. That's character driven. So I would absolutely encourage everyone to go see it in theaters.
No, I'm for sure. I'm going for sure.
To have a mid-credit and an after-credit scene. The after-credit scene, even though it features the team from the movie, it felt different, which I actually think will probably be a scene from Avengers Doomsday.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm
Thunderbolts out now.
I'll see it by the next recording because trust me, we gotta get into this.
Yeah.
We gotta get into this. We got a good little freestyle topic before we get up out of here. Fan casting rumors have been definitely just keep going. But verified sources that me and Johnnie trust keep putting out these like fan art images. And I think that Disney is getting close to recasting T'Challa, who was famously played by actor Chadwick Boseman. I think we have gotten to two people, and we gotta see here and debate who gets what and who does what.
Yep.
We got Aldis Hodge and we got Damson Idris. Johnnie, who do you think would be the better choice of those two if that's what we're working with?
I feel like I could go the joke route and say only one is American.
Jesus.
But then again, we talk about Wakandans, right?
Yeah. I know.
It doesn't matter.
It's levels, right?
Doesn't matter. I feel like both of them have similar builds.
No, I think Aldis is bigger.
Think Aldis is bigger?
Like he's bulkier. You know what I'm saying?
Aldis, he played Hawkman, right?
Yep.
And what's his name?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really sure where to go because first of all, I think both actors would be able to do a good job as T'Challa, especially like an alternate version. I don't know, man. I guess leaning kinda toward Aldis only because he has superhero movie experience now. Because honestly, what else could you go off of as far as resume goes?
Well, listen, I'll say this: Chadwick was an extremely gifted leading man prior to Black Panther, but he did not have superhero experience. He was a blockbuster draw, though, so I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Aldis, I don't think he's been in featured films and he's definitely led TV shows and stuff like that. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
And I love him in TV shows, but that's something else. I don't think it matters, honestly. I don't think it matters if you have superhero experience. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man, bro.
Stop, man. It's true. It's true. Look, say less.
I know. It's
say
like,
less.
but I hear what you're saying because like we have shoes to fill. That's why it's a big thing, right? If Black Panther had never been played on screen, different conversation. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it's obviously like when you talk about like another Batman, another Superman. I think that's what it is. You've seen a great ideation of that character already played, so it's hard to kind of like, damn, we got to get somebody with a name. Right. And honestly, those are names.
Mm-hmm.
Those are names. And honestly, with Black Panther films, they're going to be ensemble anyway.
True.
They're going to be ensemble anyway. Like I think even with the original OG cast, right, and it was just Chadwick. Chad was surrounded by some heavy hitters. But this is the question, right? Who do you want to see play opposite Denzel? Because Denzel's obviously going to be either the villain or some type of major role in Black Panther 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see all this cooked. So I mean, not all this, but all of this cooked.
Oh,
like,
I was like, okay.
Ooh, you see the wordplay, bro?
Hey, talk about. Hey, that's what happened when Rum Needy battled.
Right. Slow it down. I just dissed you.
That's funny. I don't know, man. Something is leaning me toward Aldis, and I just feel like he would be able to represent the character better. Yeah. Now, what basis do I have? I don't.
Honestly, I enjoy Aldis better. Like I think Damson. The one thing I would lean toward with Damson, I think he has a more of a youthful look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, they're about the same age. That's why I was looking up. Aldis is 38. Damson is 33. Okay. So it's not an age gap per se. I mean, if you need somebody to speak, jump into their African dialect, I mean, he is a British Nigerian. So there you go, right? There you go, right?
Okay, let's do this. Maybe both of them play from separate timelines.
When the Secret Wars and something.
Yeah, like
and the best one wins.
Hey, that's what Secret Wars about. Like all these universes got to die, one got to live, baby. So
man, that's crazy. But no, I would really love to see all this in it. And then if Yahya wasn't playing
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, that
Yeah.
might be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But no, I'm only sticking to these two.
Right.
But we ain't answered the question.
We haven't.
Um,
I'm just honestly, I'm just going Aldis, and I don't know. I don't really have any facts or anything to back it up. The feeling is there.
The only thing is, I've only seen Damson in one thing.
Okay.
Snowfall.
Yep.
Franklin Saint. That's all I got for him. For me, I haven't seen any of his other projects.
Mm-hmm.
All this, I have seen him as plenty of other things.
Yeah.
And when you're in TV shows, like obviously, Snowfall got 6 seasons, but I think the level of what Aldis has done acting wise is better than what Damson has done in here. Like, yeah, if you go over to the Snowfall crowd, they go say, well, Franklin got, it's a whole bunch of quotes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to say the acting ain't good, but it's like a lot of highlight reels. It's punchlines.
Right.
No, it's substance right here.
Substance.
And I respect that with Aldis. So now I'm kind of leaning to Aldis, like, because I like what I seen with him in City on the Hill and Underground, where he played the Runaway Slave. Like, he played, like, my boy got range.
He got range. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm rolling Aldis.
Yep. There you go. And we solved it.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, man.
Aldis
But let us know about that whole thing right there, man. But clearly,
we made it.
We have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what do you have for him, bro?
Listen, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Hit that comment section and let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yep.
Hit that like button.
Yep.
Hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
And hit that notification bell.
Dang.
We'll catch y'all next week.
I did it again.
You did. It was okay. It's okay. They understand.
Nah.
Now, if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
Oh, it's song of the week.
Listen, man. I didn't do all that talking about Euphoria not to play it.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Here we go.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.